Hello everybody, I'm Moldy West, and this is Elden Ring once again. I do have a short list of things I want to do before I go and hit Stormvale Castle. There's only 3 things on this list, but before I go doing the first one, I need to head over this way because there's a merchant near this place that sells me a lantern which I will be needing for dark and spooky caves. And one of the things on this list that I want to do happens to take place inside of a dark and spooky cave. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's those headless mausoleum knights. Always walking around trying to protect this thing, which I don't feel like doing anything with just yet. I might do something with them, but at the moment they are useless to me because I haven't fought any of the demigods or any other greater bosses. What those do is they allow you to duplicate what is essentially the boss's soul. If you've played the Souls games, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll see how good of a quality of life thing that can be.
It's been an age since I've seen a customer.
Yeah, now hurry up and serve this customer.
Here at the end of the earth.
By selling me a lantern. I know you have one, there it is, and I just so happen to have exactly enough. I thought it was 800, but it was actually 1800.
Safe journey.
I will try, but this place is very deadly and likely to rip my ass open in 6 ways from Sunday. Now, where be that lantern? There be that lantern. Alright. And now we're gonna head to the cave on the coast that was mentioned by Bach. Yep, out there's that island that Yura was talking about where you can use the dragon heart to get dragon powers. And down there is the coast I'm trying to get to. Okay, this looks like a safe enough drop. Alright, my horse didn't explode its legs into my skull, so we are good. And now, where is this cave? I know it's along here somewhere. It takes us through a little tunnel that leads out to that island, and it wouldn't be this far away from the island. It would be somewhere closer, like directly across from it. And there's another merchant here. How's it going, merchant boy? I have nothing that I want to buy, not from you. Even if you did have something I wanted, I haven't the money for it. I blew it all on this thing. Now I can see what I'm doing, even in the dark. Now, assuming I didn't go and blow his whole quest by going and killing Margit. Yeah, there's Bach right there.
Oh. What are you doing here?
I'm here for you, jackass.
You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp.
They can try.
You'll end up just like me.
Somehow I doubt that. I think I'll actually die and then just be reborn here at the Grace, as I so often am.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just repeating yourself now. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this thing on the off chance that I end up dead. It is not entirely impossible. Now you just stay alive long enough for me to get a thing for you. That's all I need from ya, Bach. That is all I need. Yep. And of course, the demi-humans don't want me in their cave. But too bad for them, I'm more capable of defending myself than Bach was. So now these sons of bitches are gonna regret fucking up my boy like that. You fuck with my boy, I fuck her with your face by shoving a sword through it. That's how we do things in my neighborhood. There we go. Y'all is dead. And then Okay, that's just another player I'm seeing. And now we've got a boss fight. But it's not one, it is two demi-human chiefs, along with some regular-ass demi-humans. And unfortunately for them, I know how to cast some useful crowd control spells. Yeah, you sit over there and yell at me. That'll give me all the time I need to go whipping out my glintstone arc. But the goddamn angle of everything, the angle of the dangle is throwing me off. Now what you doing over there, mister? I'm gonna get my head stabbed while I try to cast my spell and deal with the other dudes. Okay, bad. Yep. I got cocky because I was strong. And you see where that got me? I just got 4 runes for nothing. Please don't tell me Bach just bled to death. Bach, you better be alive back here. That better have been some random animal outside dying.
Oh.
Okay, good, you're alive. Good. I cannot let you die. I will find a thing in here after I kill them assholes that stabbed me in the brain that will renew his will to live. That's the biggest reason that we're coming here. We can also step outside and make use of the Dragon Heart, which I'm probably not going to get much use out of because that's a faith and arcane scaling thing, which I am not going to be relying on for this character. If you've been paying any attention at all to the past few episodes of this series, you'll know that I'm trying to be a magic knight sort of guy. Hence the use of my glintstone arc right there. And now you, sir, ain't gonna be getting me this time, but having 2 at once, that will be a problem. Fortunately, they ain't hitting me super hard. I got some clothes on that'll keep me alive. Ow. Thought I could parry you, but I was early. The early worm gets birded. That is how it works. But then the bird gets worm struck from the earliest of the worms. And then you know nothing about the way I was raised, you stupid demi-humans. Now please let me drink my fucking juice! The juice keeps us alive. The juice is very well and good, and now don't go interrupting the casting of my goddamn spells so I can annihilate your friends back there. Okay, we're good. You're dead. You are not dead because I fucking missed you with that shit. And, ow. You are a penis! You are all penises! Round 3, bitch. That's right. You managed to kill me twice, somehow. But I don't think that'll be happening again. It could, though. Let's not get overly cocky because that was my problem the first time. Okay. Y'all are swarming me, and that is a big problem for me. Now take one of these. Alright. And now I need you to not run around while I try to kill you because that makes you very hard to hit. Alright. You best be ready to... Ow. Okay, better stop trying to parry them. That, too, is a problem. And, okay, fuck you, you little turd burglar. Interrupting me landing that killing blow. Now then, I'm surprised I didn't have the other one popping in uninvited, as he so often does. And, damn, just beyond me range. Alright. You need to not do that, okay? Good. Learn your lesson, and then we kill you. You see, the reason I teach you before you die is so that you have some moments of precious knowledge, only to make it ultimately useless. The ultimate insult to people who live to learn. That is what this is now. Booyah! Alright, that takes care of most of your friends, except for this one right here. And now I've got you all to myself, big boy. Ow. I will parry you, and that will be my downfall. I will not learn my lesson. I like trying to get those needless parries off. Okay, maybe I should learn my lesson, but I didn't need to learn it. There's that parry. Oh yeah, come and get some bitch. And there you go, a little bit of gravitas for ya. Fuck you up real good. Tailoring tools and sewing needle. Victory is belonging to me. Now let's go back and see Bach. He'll be happy that I got that sewing needle. You still alive?
Oh. What are you doing here?
Yeah, we've been over this. They're gonna rush me and beat me to a pulp, end up just like you, which happened twice, but here's a sewing needle for you.
Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me.
Yes, I did.
My sewing needle.
There you go. So now that you've got your will to live back, let's be friends.
What made you go and do a thing like that?
'Cause you're
My mum
cool.
was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old Mum. Well, then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
No, you can't. You better live through this, boy.
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose
Okay, now you're just repeating yourself. I'm gonna sit down at the Grace. And he's gone. Don't worry, he ain't dead. He just moved along to his next area. I know where he is. And then where he appears once more after that. But then I kind of run into a spot that I don't know anything about the rest of his quest for. Anywho, let's go out here and set foot on that island where you do the dragon thingy. Oh shit, I could have just used this to go back. Is that the light of day I see? No, it's a giant fucking tree. That is what I see. And now I don't need to have my lantern on no more, because I'm outside, and it isn't dark out. Yay. Now then, let's get on up to that dragon church. Yah, horsey boy! Carry me faster, because I am too lazy to walk there myself. There we go. Turn this on, that way we can come back here if I ever feel like it, which I probably won't. And the Church of Dragon Communion. Touch this, do the thing, and now we can get Dragon Fire, Dragon Claw, and Dragon Maw. But as you can see, they all require Faith and Arcane, which I don't plan on leveling up very much. I might put a little bit into Arcane at some point, because there's probably some spells that scale with that. But aside from that, no.
Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Ertry, grant me succor.
Sorry, all out of suckers. Plenty of Jolly Ranchers, though.
Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you?
Yep.
Well, that's very kind, but, no. The help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite
Indeed.
appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order.
Good to know.
Might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, the Untarnished. I would have a boon of you.
What's a
I
boon?
want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood.
Yeah, I already know where it is.
The commander from Stormvale took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Sounds like another FromSoft game that I'm familiar with.
What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
Yes.
My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The
What's a large S?
celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval.
Okay, fancy boy.
Yes. Now allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame? The big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. You almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
Almost.
What are you waiting for, my fool?
Yeah, and now you're just gonna repeat yourself. I'll head out and take your fort back. I already have a site of grace right next to it, but I'm pretty sure I forgot to hit this church over here for a sacred tear, and a very useful item that happens to be in there. Yes, I definitely don't have that item because it's not down there in my hotbar. It automatically goes in there once you pick it up. Yes, I get it. Angry troll, you can be angry at me later. Right now, I got business here in the Third Church of America. Turn you on. And then I'll come over here. And I'll grab this doohickey, Crimson Crystal Tear, and the Wondrous Flask of Physic. Or Flask of Wondrous Physic. Gotta say it right, or don't say it at all. And that's basically a custom potion that can be outfitted with 2 effects based on the crystal tears that you put in it. And right now I only have 1 tear that comes with it, and that be the one that restores half of your health. Now I'm gonna jam that tear into my flasks, and yeah, only got this one, plug that in there, and let's see what Melina has to say about this place. I don't think I've ever listened to her dialogue here.
Spoken echoes linger here.
So they do?
Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you.
Well, share them, goddammit.
Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
I think that has something to do with Godfrey, who was just mentioned by Kenneth Height. I've heard the lore behind him is that he was Queen Marika's husband, and then at one point she stripped him of grace and sent him away for whatever reason. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyway, this is where fucking Kenneth Height's fort is. Taken over by Godric's soldiers and being attacked by demi-humans. And I can't stop here because there's a ballista up there about to shoot at me. That's actually aiming at those demi-humans, but they wouldn't mind hitting a tarnished with a stray ballista bolt. I certainly would mind that. And now, let's get rid of these dudes. Come on, line it up, boys. I got a glintstone arc for ya. Ow. You being just out of my range is a pain in my ass too great to bear. Now get you murdered. And now it's your turn, Pumpkinhead Man. Gonna kill you. Step in there, take out the fucking Blood Knight guy, who is going to be dropping a nice Ash of War that allows me to put bleed on my weapons, which I don't plan on using. I have no interest in making people bleed. I want to kill them with regular-ass magic sword hits. That is the way I do things. Also shoot them with magic, because that is also the way that I do things. Now, ooh, what you got? Ah, one of your swords. The falchion. I always liked the falchion more than the scimitar. It probably does more damage, probably because it looks cooler. I don't know, but I just got lit on fire by some dude up there. And these barrels happen to be filled with gunpowder, so let's not get hit with fire while standing next to them. That would be very bad. And I wish people would not blindside me while I'm trying to line up a shot with my glintstone arc. But fine. You be like that. And I'm wondering why your fire bombs ain't hurting the rats. Surely you do not ally yourselves with rodents. That would be so unsightly of ye. Be gone, rat. And you, ow. I wish this interruptive asshole were not so interruptive or assholey. Now, take that. That's what you get for... I am out of magic juice. There we go. Well, I had plenty of juice, just no power stored in my veins, and that is what you get for being the asshole that you are. And now... Okay, we're not quite at the top yet, but you, sir, are a pain in the ass that I cannot abide. Now let's get on up here, take care of this bomb-throwing ass wagon. And there's that knight that Kenneth Height mentioned. Ow. Would it kill you to let me cast my spells? Actually, yes, it probably would. The purpose of casting these spells is to kill you. And look at you doing your fucking blood sword thing, but it's hard to hit a moving target now, isn't it? And, but, banana. I was trying to say banana, but it didn't quite go the way I planned. Ow. And, okay. When will I learn that it is not always a good idea to try to parry them? And, bam! Damn it. And, ow. Okay, that's enough out of you. Time to kill you the regular way. Yep, bloody slash. Good if you want bleed build early in the game, and you have dropped your armor, which probably, yes, it does defend more than what I'm wearing. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks real nice. Though I kinda like the look of the old armor better. Whatever, beggars can't be choosers, and I am quite the beggar, because I started off as a wretch. And you gotta wear whatever armor you get in that case. Unless you just wanna be naked. But I like wearing clothes. I feel naked without them. And that is the left half of the Dectus medallion. Something that will be pretty useful later on. But then again, probably not useful at all, because I don't know if I'm going to be actually putting it to use. We'll see later. I'll tell you more about it then. Got your fort back.
Ah, I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort?
No, I'm only wearing the armor of the guy that you told me to kill.
Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Erd Steel Dagger. A faith-scaling weapon, which is useless to me!
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
Oh, I will just watch, Kenneth Height. I will just watch.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see
Maybe.
bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
Very well, you can never have too many accords.
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed.
Maybe we are.
Right then. Time for
Yeah, now you're just repeating yourself. Talking about re-establishing communications with the demi-humans. But I don't think they'll be very happy with our kind right now, since one of their queens was kidnapped and murdered right here in this fort. I'm pretty sure we walked past that said queen's corpse inside the fort, though I didn't do much to point it out. Even though I probably should have. Anyway, let's get all up inside this fort and see Kenneth again. He's got more to say to us now. Yep, there's that demi-human queen body that I mentioned. And some less than excited demi-humans. Well, I don't think excited would be the proper word there. Enthusiastic sounds like a better word. And now if the frame rate would refrain from going straight into the toilet on me mid-battle, that would be very nice. Now! Have a glintstone arc. That's not the glintstone arc. I forgot to put that back on. There we go. There. Good. You're all dead. Have fun with that. And now I'm gonna loot your corpses. You got a blood rose. Yeah, you got stuff, and now... Yep. Big old dead demi-human queen. Which is probably why the ones in here aren't very happy. They might be a little murderous, as you may have noticed. In fact, I expect them to cut Kenneth Height clean in half, but clearly, as you can see, that is not the case.
Ah, you, is it?
You don't sound happy.
I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric.
Yeah, fuck Godric.
True and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Alright then.
I must begin my sort of true...
Yep, now you just repeat yourself. Okay, good. While you're busy looking for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave, I'm gonna head over to that minor Erd tree there, because that's where you can pick up extra crystal tears to cram into your flask of wondrous physic. And I don't remember exactly which tier is at that tree, but I do have an open tier slot and no tiers to fill said slot. So let's get out there and grab ourselves a crystal tear. For such a large tree, I seem to be having a lot of trouble spotting it. There it is. Now, Spiked cracked crystal tear. Greensville crystal tear. Yay! I got those. And now, here is where I will be, because I forgot to activate the Sight of Grace inside of Castle Morn. That's where we're heading next. Castle Morn. It's not a very big dungeon, but there is a nice thing we get out of it at the very end. And after I have taken care of that, then we'll head to Stormvale. Probably won't get very far into it, but hey, you gotta get started somewhere. I am so glad that the giant golem archer doesn't respawn here outside of the castle. Once he dead, he stay dead. And now if I had activated this thing the first time I came by, could have saved myself a little bit of horsey riding. But who am I kidding? I like riding horsies. I just love watching that horse ass bounce up and down carrying a man on its back. Now then, here we are, Castle Morn, and I'll send this elevator back down just in case I end up murdered. It is a very possible thing that could happen, and I would like to avoid it. But I cannot guarantee that I will avoid it. Now let's cut all these boys down. And this is quite a lot of dead bodies that we're standing on. Yep. This is the site of a very bloody slave uprising. They had enslaved these misbegotten. And surprise, surprise, they don't like being slaves. Now let's drink that juice, and maybe fire off another glintstone arc. Now raise that shield like I'm telling you, and maybe you won't get your head split open with an iron cleaver. How's that for a strategy, you big stupid? Alright, I'm going this way, hoping to line you up properly for a well-placed glintstone arc. Yeah. And now let's cut you in half. Alright, now it's Big Boy's turn. And you with your insanely long wind-ups always throwing me off. You just swung your tail at me. I have never seen that before. Alright. He's dead. Well, that takes care of all of them. And now there's dogs. Of course there is. These annoying-ass dogs. Always some of the worst enemies in these FromSoft games. So great at hitting you at least once. Just one hit. They always get just one hit in, making them especially bad if you have received a lot of very grievous wounds in battle and are trying to make it safely back somewhere without dying horribly. Now let's split you open. Come on, get up so I can cut ya. You and your stupid invincibility frames on getting up. That's just rude. And, ow. Well, since I failed to parry, I'll just cut you up the old-fashioned way, the way God intended. Now, what you got? Some smitten stones. That's nice. Very nice that stone is being now. And now let's just hop on up here. Soon we'll run into fucking what's-her-face's father. That's what we'll do. But I might actually put off talking to him until after I've done what I've come here to do. Because if I come up here and talk to him, he's in a very inconvenient spot, and then I'd have to fight my way through everything again just to reach him after being told a thing. And then, yeah. Ow. I have been shot, and that one with wings is not dying from fall damage. I mean, yeah, that's what you would expect, but flying enemies have a habit of falling to their death in this game. It's very unusual that something with wings can actually receive fall damage. And the only reason he didn't die is because he happened to land on that platform over there. And now that you are within my sight and I'm not being harassed by other people, I'm gonna fill you with glintstone stars. Yeah, ow. You and your stupid ass arrows. Now, take that! Yeah, there you go. Exactly what you wanted. Some nice shooting stars all up inside of your face. Now, which way do I go to progress? I think it's over this way. And then I should take a right. Dumping myself off of this thing. Yeah, here's that site of grace. Not a very big dungeon, nope. But it's still a nice place, if you can get past the smell of death and fire, and all the revolting slaves taking revenging upon the people who enslaved them. And I'm gonna put a little bit of endurance on my dude. More stamina, more equipment load, all good. Now let me just work my way down the cliffs here, trying to avoid big falls like that would jam my femur up into my skull. And okay, I think that's just a straight drop with no rafters to land on. So I'm gonna cut you real good. Yeah, you like getting cut. Tell me you like that, bitch. Oh, we got ourselves a little blob here. These things are quite annoying and way more durable than they have any right to be. But they do have a very bad weakness to fire. Now what about you, Ghost Man in the Cage? Ghost in the Cage. Please help me, I'm of noble blood. If those hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that, please think of the disgrace. Yes, because that's the greatest thing you have to worry about right now. Not the fact that you've been caged by these creatures that you think are less than you. Not the fact that you're about to be eaten alive, but the disgrace that comes with it. That's what you're concerned about. Some of these people need to get their priorities straight. Now then, let's keep on moving. There's a chest up in that tower up ahead, if I remember correctly, and I think it's a talisman, speaking of. Yeah, I got 2 talismans on. Already had 2 of them on. Didn't think I did, but I did! I just don't remember exactly what that talisman is, and I don't feel like dealing with that fucking blob. Blobs can be real assholes. And you have quite an asshole in the shape of my sword. Let's slide it on in there. And now you swing your big old meaty axe. Ouch. He know how to swing that axe real good, I'll give him that. And then I stick it in your belly. Booyah. And up we go. I want to say this is the Twin Blade Talisman. The thing that makes the final hit in your chain attack do extra damage. And hey, I was right. Look at me remembering useless shit. Now let's get moving. We just gotta make our way a bit further down. Jumping onto this tower here. And I'm hearing twinkly sounds that comes from those big old dung beetle things. But is it just one that restores my Healy flasks, which I don't really need right now? Yes it is. It's got the red ball. This'll teach you to get my hopes up. Make me think I'm about to get a new thing. But now, It's just extra juice. And I haven't even used any of the juice that I had since the last time I sat down. And so you are useless to me! Now let's just jump on down there. Yeah, this is the hole with the rafters that I gotta be careful about. Because one wrong step, you fall to your death. And I think this is good. Yep, that do be good right there. And I see a rat down there. And a big one too with a sword stuck in its back. Ow. Now, let me get that stick out and fire away! Yep. Yeah, that ain't working as good as I'd hoped. Now, fuck you, rat boy. Ow. Come on, kill the damn thing! Alright. Anything else? Yeah, there's still a matter of you. And I can't let you live. You saw me being alive. And I just found me a whip. Perfect for when they want to hit their slaves, which caused them to rise up in a brutal anger and slaughter everybody. Oh, the shame of being killed by my servants. Such disgrace I cannot bear. Alright. Now there is a boss just down below here, right through there. And there's also a couple of those misbegotten dudes over there across this bridge that I don't feel like dealing with, so drop it down near the jellyfish. Not to worry, the jellyfish are friendly. They don't want to strangle me and inject me full of poison. Unless I piss them off, in which case I deserve it. And now it's boss time, baby! The Leonine Misbegotten. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Well, you got claws and a big sword. That's what you got. And... yep. Alright. You know how to whip my ass real good. This dude ain't such a problem if you know the trick to beating him. And I'm over here trying to parry him, which is not the trick, but okay. Okay. Yep, let's get up and drink some of that juice. Ow. I'd appreciate not getting stabbed while I try to drink my juice. And this is the trick. He staggers fairly easily when you hit him with heavy attacks. Heavy weapons, heavy attacks. That's the way to beat this dude. And now, boom, bang. Oh, you didn't stagger like you were supposed to. Oh, that's bad. Yep, you do that, I do this. I split your head. And, alright, thought I had that, but I was wrong. I had it, but I didn't have it. Alright, come on, bitch boy. Swing them claws and, alright. Okay, we're good. Give me my juice. There's that parry. Hell yeah. It always feels so good to land a successful parry on a big boy like that. Hey, don't you scream at me. What did I ever do to you aside from parrying you and then stabbing you in the gut? You deserve that for swinging at me like that, all unprovoked and shit. And now that you're down, I'm gonna come around and stab you in the belly again. Victory achieved! Great enemy felled, and I got the grafted blade greatsword. Now, here it is. I'm not strong enough to actually use it, but yeah, look at that thing. That is a really big sword with a whole lot of blades. It would suck to get hit with that thing. Well, it would suck to get hit with a sword in general, but that one in particular, that would hurt like a motherfucker. Now I'm a slap disgrace, cram a level up into my chest if it will allow me, and then I'm gonna go talk to the dude. How about you get down here on the ground, mister? That's what you do with gravitas. That is probably the most useful thing about it. There are some much more annoying flying enemies that we'll be running into in Stormvale. And looking at the time, I'm thinking I might not actually make it there in this episode. kind of thought I'd be done with this running around sooner, but I made the mistake of not trying to speed run through all this extra limb-grave stuff. But I guarantee in the next episode we'll be making it into Stormvale Castle, because this is the last thing on my pre-Stormvale list. Haha, stupid. That's what you get for jumping at me right as I swing. Anyway, let's get all up in here and talk to Irina's father. Now, what you doing, mister?
There's a face I've not seen before.
Yep, I got a very unseeable face, don't I?
This castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself.
Oh, that
And you
guy.
can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act.
Who would have thought they didn't like being
Foul creatures,
slaves?
it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out.
Or maybe you just
I'm
treated
sorry
them
to
wrong.
disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Yeah, sorry I brutalized my slaves and got rebelled against. Here's a stick. And a letter from Yadana.
I see. From Irina.
Yep.
I mean, you're dead, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, let me stay here and protect a sword just because some decrepit old asshole with a bunch of arms stuck to his head told me to.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures.
Yeah, you mean that sword with all the
No
blades stuck to
longer
it?
bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her. Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Irina and devote my remaining days to her.
Yeah.
I only
Oops.
hope it remains intact.
I skipped some dialogue there. Are you gonna repeat that,
Thanks
or?
to you, and
Yeah.
devote my
Remaining days.
Has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
Okay. That's what we needed out of you. So now let's go back and see Irina, who should be along this road somewhere. Like back toward the bridge with all the dudes on it that were shooting that ballista at me. Yeah, that bridge. Oh ho! There's one of these boys that I didn't see before. Ah, of course, the mighty shot. Great for bows, which I do not use. But I might use one. Might. Ooh, Morningstar. Nice. Great for hitting people with a big chunk of metal and stabbing them at the same time. Another bludgeoning weapon that happens to cause bleeding, much like the flail. Except not quite as nice, because it can be parried. Oh, that don't look good. She's dead. Yeah, no shit.
Irina, how could this be? My daughter deserved better.
Yep, she sure did.
The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretch is responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done.
Well, good luck with that.
I'll find the foul wretch. I'll hunt them.
Yeah,
rest
okay,
assured.
that's all you have to say now. Right. Righty-ho, then. Now let's head back to where we defeated Margit, the Fell Omen. I now have enough runes to level up. I was just a few short after beating that boss. Like only 10 runes short, I think, but now I got more than enough. I'll have some left over after I cram a little bit of mind into me. Now I have a little more of that blue stuff that lets me cast spells. And here we are at the foot of Stormvale Castle. Though we ain't gonna get very far in it in this episode. I'll give you a little bit of a preview, though, just a taste, to whet your appetite for the next episode. Just a little.
You there? Come over here, would you?
Yep. And there's this dude.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle.
Well, it seemed to be locked.
It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Try the opening right here.
You mean that one?
Guards don't know about it.
How?
You breach the castle undetected.
You mean to tell me the guards don't know about that giant hole in the goddamn wall? Very well, then.
Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like.
The kind that
I
actually
pray
trusts
for your
people.
Success.
The kind of tarnished that trusts people at face value, who get killed and then I can steal their runes before they can get them back.
Use the guards haven't a clue about it. You'll slip right inside undetected.
Uh-huh. Yep, I'll do it, yep. Yeah, shut up, goodbye. Now let's step on through here. Turn that thing on, even though I will never be using it. It's just a habit, though. I see something that needs to be turned on, and so I turn it on. I'm gonna be turning it on. I'll turn on the summoning poles, though I will never use them. And I'm not familiar enough with that song that I'm making fun of to go any further. Only reason I know about that is from Family Guy jokes. That's where a lot of my knowledge from old shows comes from Family Guy and Robot Chicken. And right up there is one of those more annoying enemies that I told you about. Also, the main reason that I wanted Gravitas, to knock them out of the goddamn air. And now I got your feather, little bird boy. And here we are, a site of grace leading along the outer wall of Stormvale Castle that will allow us to get inside. And that dude was just having a fun time spinning around. And you can look forward to more Stormvale Castle in the next episodes of our time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye.